This is the besotted Pride of West London podcast. We're coming to you at the end of the game against the West Ham at New Griffin Park. And once again, like it has been for every game against West Ham, a result to the mighty Bees. Brentford 2, West Ham 0. And I'm delighted because if you listen to the besotted Pride of West London podcast, I predicted 2-0 for pretty much every game this season. And I've never got it right, except for the Chelsea game. And there was no podcast that week, so it did not count. So I am very happy I got the result right today. But listen, this is a bit of a walk in the park for the Bees. But it was just listen, the writing was on the wall from the minute one today, wasn't it?
It was exactly the same as last year's 2-0 win here. They replayed a European game before and after. They've got the same this season. We put the same performance out, very professional, made loads and loads of chances. I think if Tony was on that pitch, that could have been 5. There were so many really good chances created that never went in. Professional, dare I say it, easy win.
Easy win. Easy win, easy life. Was it an easy life?
Yeah, that was very straightforward today, really, wasn't it? Good chance for some of the players finding their form in a B shirt to have space on the ball. West Ham's press was appalling, really, and we just played through it. Some great performances out there, actually. Thought Hickey played well, showed that there's life beyond Ivan as well for us. So, come on, your Bees.
Give me your Bees. Easy life.
Fairly easy life.
Yeah. I mean, West Ham today, it's interesting because it's almost like the performance on the pitch and how it's all panned out was quite similar to the fans' performance in the end there of Hey Jude, which is almost like a bit lacklustre. Is that Hey Jude, we can't be bothered to sing. Yeah, all right, whatever.
It was at times. Made it look relatively easy in the first half, made hard work of it in the second half. But I suppose when you are the bogey team, you get these things in your favour.
Get the things in the favour. You get flavour in the air, innit?
Yeah, flavour in your ear. Exactly, Craig Mack, 100%. Crowd gave Ben Rama a good reception before the game when he came on as well. He looks all right. Gave us a bit of trouble. Declan Rice didn't do a lot when he came on, but they did look a better side when they did that. But truth be told, the game was pretty much wrapped up by then.
Wrapped up. I mean, there was a VAR incident which could have changed things.
Yeah, it could have massively changed things because that would have given them a bit of impetus with still quarter of an hour, 20 minutes left to go.
So West Ham scored a goal, and we thought it was a goal, and the ball was actually in the centre spot. We were just about to kick off, and all of a sudden, ping!
Ping! And I haven't seen it. Yeah. Characters behind me were saying it's not a handball. But hit his shoulder, but I really couldn't care less.
So the West Ham player handballed the ball into the back of the net, apparently.
Handball back to the back of the net. Cheats. AFC cheats.
AFC cheat.
But no booking for it. I think if you're a defender, you get booked for that. But, say la vie. Say la vie.
Yeah, so listen, I mean, look, we've got 2 more games to go.
Yep.
We're above Fulham again. We're at top of the West London Mini League.
Yeah.
And we're going to Tottenham next week. Looking all rosy.
Yeah, 2 tricky games to come. You never know where you're going to get at Tottenham. But hopefully we get a point or so there. Last game of the season, not so sure, but apparently Weiser's still on fire.
There we go, it's all going up again, as per usual. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And he scored a goal. Weiser is on fire. Boom. Put the ball right in the back of the net, that first goal. What a goal as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, good goal. He's a good finisher. He's not quite unsung hero, but you never worry when he's in the starting lineup. It's a shame a few more of a chance didn't fall to him because we'd have probably had a more comfortable win than that. But overall, happy days, 4 league wins against West Ham. We own them.
We own them.
And we own their stadium anyway, obviously. But we own them as well.
We do. As the taxpayer, we own their stadium, yeah. But maybe we shouldn't talk about that because you're not allowed to talk about things like that, are you?
No.
Brentford, minus Tony today. Did you like what you saw?
Yeah, it was different. We may have to get used to that for a few months or maybe. I don't think they quite knew where they were playing, but I thought Brian was amazing again today. He worked so hard. Good touches from Weiser. Charles still got to find his feet. But different. Probably played a bit more football, a little bit on the ground, some lovely interplay. Damsgaard links up quite nicely. There's great. I thought Rico was amazing as well today.
Who?
And Goddard.
There There we go. We're having a little jump up again. Everyone's jumping. I'm jumping. We're all jumping. The players are jumping. There we go. The West Ham players are certainly not jumping. They're watching us though. They're staff. They're watching. They're thinking, what's going on here? What are they doing? What are they doing? They've only beaten us 4 times. It's 4 times in the Premier League, and they're jumping around like they own this place. They own this division. No, we're not. We're just having fun. Where it's a proper fun at the end of the day, like I said. There we go. But like I said to you, Wisa definitely on fire. Rico Henry was on fire today. Sharda was on fire. We had some fire in your belly. Fire in your belly going on here today. I said, ooh. There we go. Everyone is enjoying themselves, having some jokes. Yes. Tom, come here, talk to me.
I'm dying for a
Listen, I know you might be, but at least Wisa was on fire. But listen, that game today, I know hey, listen, the Coxey, Mrs. Coxey, did you enjoy that?
It was amazing.
For your husband.
It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. They did this for your husband. They won the game. Listen, he's trying to sneak off here. You ain't going anywhere today. We know Coxey and listen, in the memory of my man, the Coxey, in the house as well. But you enjoyed that game today.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
so
and they scored goals for him.
I hope so. He's watching over us.
He's watching all over us as well. God rest the Coxey in the house. You know what I'm saying? Which is all good. Yeah, that's right. Tom, man, you're the East. Listen, you're from the East, so this must have felt nice for you as well, didn't it?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant because, obviously I'm from the East. All my friends, family are West Ham, so it's an extra special win, especially when we've beaten 4 times on a bounce.
But let's forget the FA Cup. That doesn't count.
Yeah, forget about that. In the league, 4 times on a bounce. So it's bragging rights again.
Bragging rights again. I mean, different side today. Ivan Toney wasn't there, but that shows you that we don't need an Ivan Toney, do we?
No, not necessarily. We can still, like, every time Ivan Toney's not played for us, we still score goals, we still won games. So it's not the end of the road when he does eventually go. There's always going to be another striker.
Always another striker. And listen, 2 games end of the season. What do you reckon? I mean, how high can we go? There's only so high can we go.
Well,
we're top 10. We're top 10 anyway.
I think we'll get a result against Spurs, and I think Man City could go either way. We'll either get hammered or we'll get something. I don't think there's any middle ground in that game.
We'll get happy hammered, yeah?
Yeah.
UBs.
Yeah, UBs. Take care, mate.
We got the result today. The happy Hammers has gone home. Probably not so happy Hammers, but they're still happy because they're in the European Cup semi-final somewhat, and they may be going off to play some final somewhere. So they predicted on our podcast. We had Andy Payne, top boy Andy Payne as well, who predicted that Brentford were going to win, which I thought, oh no, we don't want that. But we did, and we won the game today, and it was a bit of a stroll, wasn't it?
Yeah, I try to work out how we only won that 2-0 actually, Bill. Dominated the game. Our XG must have been really high.
XG was 3.5. Was. We had 25 plus shots.
I think winning by 4 goals would not have been an unfair reflection of the game. We absolutely dominated them. I mean, admittedly they put out a much weakened team, but we controlled the game. Just need to be a bit more clinical with the finishing and maybe shoot a little bit more. There were a couple of times we could have shot and we played the extra pass and then lost the ball, but 1-2-0, easy win, happy days.
Yeah, happy days. I mean, we've flipped it around again, and I talked to a few people about this. The Toney out the side. I mean, you were putting the rumours around saying Toney ain't going to play today, which, maybe might have had pangs of nervousness last season when we needed the points. But this time, I thought Toney ain't playing. I didn't even bother me, and it didn't bother us out there, did it?
No, not at all. I mean, the same as when Toney didn't play against Liverpool. I mean, we just dominated a game. I think there's an argument. He said actually we play better football when we have Toney in the team. It's, we play the ball on the ground a lot more. That may have been to do with the fact that they had a weakened team, but we did more than enough to win that game, and it was a fair result. We should have won it by more.
You sound disappointed.
Yeah, I would like to see a few more goals, but
yeah, you can't.
I'm nitpicking.
You can't please these Premier League fans now, can you?
Happy with the result, mate. Happy with the result. More than that.
Yeah, listen. Just talk to me about that game.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Listen, bees. Walk in the park.
It's a walk in the park, isn't it? It's definitely a walk in the park.
I mean, listen. West Ham. We remember the times that we looked at playing West Ham, and there was a fear.
No fear.
Us before, but there's no fear anymore, is there?
No fear whatsoever, mate.
Yeah, so
just
listen,
joy.
Big
just
result.
Joy. Yeah, brilliant.
Happy again for the Coxey family out there as well, and this one was for him. He's looking down on us from up the sky there, and big result for the Coxey family,
That's
is
right.
it?
Yes, it is, Billy. Thank you. Yeah,
That's right,
lovely. All the
that's
best,
right.
mate. Lots of...
Stroll in the park, walk in the park. It's a I can't remember the lyrics of the word. It's a block in the dark or something like that, wasn't it? I can't remember. Yeah, whatever it may be. But anyway, it was West Ham coming down here to New Griffin Park, and like I said to you, I'll tell you something. All my West Ham mates, you know what I'm saying? I talked to all of them. I said, listen, you coming down to Brentford, and literally every single one of them said, I ain't coming down there because we're going to get absolutely trashed by you lot. I don't want to be embarrassed by you lot, blah, blah. This is what they were saying. And I was thinking, come on, you've got to support your team. But literally, it's almost like they're scared of us. And looking at them playing out there, you could see why they were scared, maybe, couldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I think, to be honest, they've probably got other things on their mind, including their supporters who are probably looking forward to some interesting European experiences.
Holland holiday.
Holland holiday, yes, exactly, yes. A Dutch holiday.
Yes.
And you can't really blame them in some respect, can you? I mean, they're sort of safe, I think.
No, they're 100% safe. 100%.
Yeah, well, they're not safe,
Yeah,
but they are
listen,
safe. Yeah, we know they're safe.
As you know, we're stats people, and when you've got less than 1% chance of relegation, the Allard, in this world, you are safe unless you completely and utterly do something bonkers.
It would be quite funny, though. But, it was what it was. I felt like today we just needed to get the job done, really. We needed to sort of just say, we were always going to finish top 10. Results would have to go a bit peculiar for us not to do that. I think this must have assured that, I would have thought. And I think, we just did what we had to do today. It was like, it was a bit of a walk in the park. We created loads. We could have scored. We could have been 3 or 4 up before they even looked interested in the game, and that kind of happened. With sort of 25 minutes to go when they brought on, Declan Rice and Ben Rama. But it was interesting without Tony today as well, just sort of having to rejig it a bit out front. I think it kind of worked a bit. Not sure Sharda's favourite position is out on the left. He seems to have his better games, either through the middle or on the right, definitely on the right. But yeah, I thought it was a very enjoyable afternoon.
Just
stress-free.
Yeah, and interesting because we talked about on the podcast as well about the Brentford style of play and whether or not their adaptation and their style of play in the Premier League to be successful, which has involved quite a lot of direct action, as they say, has kind of affected the football enjoyment as opposed to the domination in the Championship, where we used to dominate games, pass the ball around, play some wicked football. But then some of that was also dependent on the staff that you got and the style of football that you got to play. But interestingly, with Ivan Toney taken out, that flipped a little bit today, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, also when you play a game, the different teams, you aren't going to outplay. You're not going to outplay Man City, Arsenal, and quite a number of other teams, Brighton even. But a team like West Ham, you'll get the ball more. I don't think they don't guard the ball like their life depends on it, like the teams I've just spoken do. So you will have the ball a bit more. I think also not playing Tony, I think that's a fair point. I thought we did knock a few sort of balls towards Wieser that he was never going to win. He didn't really look that interested in winning them either when they headed his way. And he
other than the ball that went in the back of the net, of course.
Or absolutely. Yeah. But or when he was standing offside, which is quite a lot as well. So. Yeah, we probably adjusted a little bit today, and then I think like Brighton have done is that as we move forward, we'll probably adjust again and stop being a completely sort of we're not a long ball team anyway. We're a counter-attacking team, aren't we? And I think we'll adjust as time goes on. UBs. Right, man.
Oh. Yeah. So listen, there we go. Bees in the house. Happy bees in the house, functional bees in the house, functional bees in that house over there. We're outside the stadium, New Griffin Park, as we called it. And functional bees only put 2 functional goals past that functional West Ham team today, didn't they? Only
2 goals. It could have been a few more, to be fair. I think I really enjoyed that game. I thought we looked really strong. We looked really positive. We played really well as a team. I know some people are worried about Mr. Toney not being in the squad. I don't think it was a negative thing. I think it was a positive thing. I think maybe sometimes we play the Ivan Toney game, and today we played a Brentford game which involved all the players. Hickey looked amazing.
It's interesting you say that. It's interesting. It's kind of like when we used to have Scott Hogan. Remember where Scott Hogan used to score about 7,455 goals in about 3 games for us, you know what I'm saying? And we used to play a Scott Hogan game where it's all about Scott Hogan. We used to play the ball to him and no one else used to get a play. Yeah. And we got worried when Scott Hogan got sold for 12 million to Aston Villa after playing about 30 games to us.
But then after that, it changed everything because we just started to play through the whole team, didn't we?
Yeah, it did, and I think that's what you saw today. I mean, so I had no worries when people, when the squad came out and Tony wasn't playing. Today was a really good overall team performance where you saw other players get a chance to make their name, and I think what was interesting is like the recognition for Ben Rama when he was warming up and when he came on, it made you sit there and think, you go back. A couple of seasons ago, when Ben Rama was going, I was going, oh no, what are we going to do without Ben Rama? And now we talk about Tony, what are we going to do about Tony? What are we going to do about Watkins? But we kind of, I don't know, we just get on. We move forward. I think today, some really outstanding performances. So Hickey, me again, he's got to be player of the year, hasn't he? Really great players. Really good
and interesting, you talked about Ben Rama and moving on. Obviously the chance today was that he wants to come home. Syed Ben Rama, he wants to come home. I'm just asking the question, if Syed Ben Rama did come home, do you think he would slot right into that side, or have we moved on as well?
No, I think he'd slot right into the side. Absolutely. I could see him, not necessarily, I know like when we used to play, the kind of BMW up front, but I think you'd see him just slot in between that midfield and that forward bit. But I think he would be great. I can't see it happening, but I think he would absolutely slot back in, and I think he'd be happy to come back to Brentford.
Happy to come back to Brentford. Tell you who's happy, because Pat wasn't happy last week, but Pat, you must be a lot happier now. Pat, come on. Come on, Pat. Talk to me, Pat.
Give me 5 minutes.
No, 5 minutes. Come on, Pat. Talk to me about this.
I'm talking to you. I'm happy that we got 3 points.
Okay.
I'm pleased that the ref let the game flow today. Okay. I thought Brian Mbembo, if I've said his name right, was absolutely magnificent, and he should get man of the match. I thought that we've got to improve in that goal. How many pops did we have at that goal? I know we got 2, but really we should have had a lot more than that.
We had over 30 shots, yeah.
30 shots?
I think so, I believe.
Well,
Actually, it was 3.5, which means that we could have scored 4 or even 5.
Well, we should have, yeah. No, I've got no qualms, really. I didn't think West Ham were all that, and I won't say nothing about their manager, otherwise you'll say that I've got a vendetta against these managers. Moyes is not my favourite either, so I'm pleased that the Bees outshone today. 3 points in the bag coming to the end of the season. I think they're all getting tired, mind. I know everybody loves Ivan Toney, but he's not my favourite. Ivan Toney's not my favourite, and I thought they played well without him today, because I think he has a little air of arrogance about him, Ivan Toney. But up the Bees, and I'm pleased we've got 3 points. I'm saying no more before I put my foot in it.
You Bees.
You Bees. Sorry, Bill. Thank you.
So back at the Globe here, as I said to you, looking out for the Happy Hammers. No Happy Hammers on the way home. Back to the Boozer as well. So we're going to have to settle ourselves with Laney in the house instead. But we've got Happy Laney in the house, aren't you? Very happy, Laney.
Yeah, I am happy. I thought
very happy?
Yeah, very happy. We got what we deserved. I thought it was a functional 2-0 win. I'm glad their goal was ruled out for VAR. It was handball. Cheating, yeah. I thought it was what we expected, really, wasn't it, to be honest with you? Brentford were the team that had the most desire to win that game. West Ham had other things on their minds, and I'm quite happy with that. I'm really happy that I brought some people that are special to me today, and they saw Brentford win, and we had a little la 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 la. We had a bit of free from desire, which is always a good thing. It's always
a good sign. It means that we've done well.
It is. I hate Sunday games, if I'm honest with you. I think Brentford 3:00 Saturday evening games are all right. Sunday always seems flat. I don't think we lost any of the atmosphere today. I thought the atmosphere inside New Griffin Park was all right. We've got 2 more games to go, and I'm kind of happy to see the season out now. But I think there's more points here. We're on 53 points. I think we could get like 57 points. I think we can beat.
Winning a draw.
I think we can beat Tottenham.
Draw Tottenham and beat Man City. Yeah.
Whatever way it comes, I'm happy. I'm happy with a draw and a win. I think if we can see the season out undefeated now would be incredible. I'll take 2 draws. It's been a brilliant season. Brentford were great today. Syed Benrahma was chatting away with Josh Da Silva for about 20 minutes on the subs line. There's a lot of love there. He got a very good reception. He'd always get a good reception. He didn't really try very hard to say, if I'm honest with you. But I'm happy. I'm proud to be Brentford, as I always am. So yeah, happy days.
Happy days, and happy days for me as well, lady. You noticed my 2-0 came in finally. My 2-0 horse.
Christ alive! How much did you pay him for that?
I paid them lots of money. The envelope went down to the West Ham dressing room, and I said, I've been betting 2-0 every game, and I've never got it. And they said, here you go, Mr. Grant. Thank you very much.
You know what the expression for that is?
No.
Easy life.
Easy life. This is the Besotted Pride of West London podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to us on all good podcast channels, and also buy us a beer. Besotted.com/beer. Don't forget, make it a double beer, as he said as well. Don't forget Besotted.com global as well is our little social media network thingy that is going down.
Buy us a beer.
We did mention Besotted.com for buy us a beer as well. Beer. But we're going to Tottenham on Saturday. Which is going to be interesting.
Are you going to be running around Tottenham?
I'm going to be running around Tottenham with my... No, absolutely not. Early kick-off, which means that we're struggling to find somewhere...
So you're going to be walking or running?
...to have a beer before the game. Buy us a beer, so it might be a bit... We'll talk about that in the podcast. Podcast's going to be out on Thursday morning, prideofwest.london. But like I said to you, we are happy hammers, are still very happy hammers, even though we've been... They're happy. They're happy hammers because we've beaten them, and they're... But they're in the semi-final.
Gone for jelly deals.
Jelly deals. They're going to Holland at the weekend. They're very happy, and it was as we say... Come on, Yibbies! 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 Yibbies!